Good evening. Controversial Rangers director Sandy Easdale claims he knows who all of the club's investors are and insists Rafat Rizvi has no involvement at Ibrox. Rizvi was on Interpol's most wanted list. Easdale, who also claims to have invested £1.5 million of his own money into Rangers, says there will be fresh investment into the club, but refused to say where this would come from. He also shot down suggestions that Ibrox Stadium could be sold. Easdale's been speaking to Peter Smith.
Many Rangers fans are worried. A year after floating on the stock market, mystery remains over some of the club's investors, namely Blue Pitch Holdings and Margarita Holdings, and their relationship with this man, Rangers director Sandy Easdale.
Blue Pitch Holdings and Margarita, I spoke to their agent today. They are very wealthy individuals who have backed the club from the beginning.
What are their names?
Blue Pitch and Margarita.
But the individuals behind Blue Pitch and Margarita?
I think it's been well documented that one of them is Chris Morgan, who is the agent for them, and the other person for Blue Pitch is Mazen Hussein.
What do you know about Chris Morgan?
He's a fund manager for the Margarita and Blue Pitch, and they run several international businesses.
Do you know about his business past, for example, at Nova Resources?
No, I don't.
It was a company that Charles Green has been involved with in the past.
I've heard that Charles was a director of a company, that's right.
It's also a company that Rafat Rizvi was involved with in the past. Have you had any dealings with Rafat Rizvi?
No, I've not had any dealings with Rafat Rizvi, no.
Well, if Rafat Rizvi is involved, this is someone who was previously wanted by Interpol. He's got a very murky past in business. Would you have concerns about his involvement at Rangers?
I've not got any concerns about Rafat Rizvi because he's not involved in Rangers.
How much money have you personally put into Rangers Football Club?
Maybe £1.5 million or something.
McGill's profit after tax last year was just over £450,000, is that right? But the year before there was a loss of about £415,000. Some people have questioned whether you have the liquidity to put that kind of money into Rangers Football Club yourself.
I think the spotlight on my finances is something that we're not really here to discuss. I think we're here to discuss Rangers.
Are you fronting for other people's money?
No, not at all, categorically. Any money I've put into Rangers is my personal money.
What would you estimate your personal wealth to be just now?
I don't really know.
Sandy Easdale, who has a previous conviction for fraud, has been given about a quarter of the overall voting rights for next week's AGM. He's backing the board to remain in place, but hasn't ruled out extending an olive branch to the rebel group of 4 requisitioners. But he is worried about fans voting against the board. It's
always a concern when your customers revolt against you. It doesn't matter if you're in a football club or a bakery. If they don't turn up to buy your product, there can be distinct problems.
Rangers financial director Brian Stockbridge stated publicly there would only be £1 million left in the bank by April. But Easdale has reiterated there's no chance of administration.
We've got a short-term investment plan to get through these periods if need be.
Investors are going to put more money into Rangers, is that?
Well, there is investors there who will put more money into Rangers.
Who are these investors?
Well, I'm the same as the requisitioners. They haven't named theirs, so I'm not at liberty to name mine.
He also stated there will be no sale and leaseback of key assets like Ibrox Stadium.
I think everybody knows that's the architectural place for Rangers to be, and I don't think selling the training ground would be a good option either. I think that going forward we would need to look at all the options of finance. Most great clubs in this world have a level of finance available against the assets of the club, but at this moment in time we have no intentions of taking any of that above the assets at this moment in time.
Peter Smith, STV News.